What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Rogue Tower. Today we're going to be knocking out the Arrows and Airplanes achievement. So this is the same save file that I did Ballistas only, and I just added on the radar. Now, Ballistas and radar share one common thing, and that is they can both get bleed, burn, and poison. So with that in mind, we did go into each of the individual trees over here at the beginning. We've got the full bleed, the full burn, and the full poison tree unlocked. Went with all the utilities except the mine, and then we took banditry all the way across. I do have the poison sprayer unlocked on this profile, which you'd be better off without, but it's only one card, so it's not that big of a deal. Of course, if you never take that first card, you're not going to get any of these other cards, so nothing to really worry about there. Now, I think the easiest way to approach this run is going to be approach it as a ballista-only run. If we go through and we build it out like we would a ballista-only run, and then just not super generously, but we're going to get some of those biplanes out there just focusing on hitting our heavier targets. So with that in mind, we're going to go heavy ballistas. We're going to have fewer biplanes. Now, the biplanes, the more of them you have flying around, just the cooler it is and the more fun it is. So we are going to put probably more biplanes than we need down. However, we are going to be super heavy ballistas. So as always, this is the full experience, which means it's going to be a crazy long video. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, that's completely understandable. So there will be chapters down below and then timestamps in the description. Let's go ahead and get things started, though. And as usual, we're going to start off just completely surrounding our houses, making sure we've got as much gold income as we can right from the beginning here. So, gonna spam it all up. So I have them all covered, looking good, and we get really a few free waves here where you can really just do whatever you want. Now remember, to unlock the elements, you're going to have to get its base first. So to get, for example, bleed on ballistas, first, we have to unlock broadhead bolts. So even though the ballista slow is without a doubt the strongest card here, I'm going to go ahead and take broadhead bolts, just hoping that I get that bleed coming here relatively soon. Now, we don't have another, we don't have 200 gold to slap down another ballista on this house, but we will. Oh, and look, we got another house. We will pretty soon. So one more kill, and we've got it down. So we've got another one right there. Okay, and here is our bleed. Now, we've got it with the slow as well, but I'm going to go ahead once again and take the bleed, even though the slow is just super powerful. And we'll just continue to come on out. And we got another house out here. That is quite lucky, no doubt. These guys here are just going to have to power through this lane, really, as we just don't have enough cash to put another one down yet. Look at that. We got another stack of bleed right out of the gates. Let's just go ahead and take it. That maximizes the bleed, which is just huge. We do have enough for another ballista here. We're going to go ahead and set that one to most armor, most health, and start getting some pot shots at these healthier mobs out here to get them burned down. Of course, that's applying the bleed as well, and is just going to help us out. Now, we've got a whole lot of ballistas to place just in houses here, so most of our locations for the near future here is predetermined for us. Now here, we've got heavy shafts. Heavy shafts is +1 damage to armor, which is going to unlock the burn. So we can't get the burn going until we get heavy shafts. So with that in mind, let's take heavy shafts. And we'll continue to expand it on out. We've got enough for one more house here. Once again, that one's going to go on most armor and most health. And you see we've got our first armored enemy in there. So we were well prepared for that. And that armor should just get chewed right up off of that guy from out here. Now, of course, if we had the burn going, the armor would be even more trivial, but we don't have it quite yet. We will get it here shortly, though. And let's see. I think the best thing we got here is banditry, which taking banditry early game is quite a risk, but that extra 2 gold per enemy is going to be quite nice. Let's continue to expand it out here and see what we get. We got enough for another ballista here. Same deal. Most armor and most health, and we will get it dialed in. Oh, the burn would be so nice, you armored mobs. Having them dip close for these 3 ballistas right here is pretty huge as well. It's definitely quite the nice little addition. Alright, and there is the burn damage. Wow, such a hard choice between these two because more range is so good. But right now we've got armored enemies is the challenge, and the burn damage is going to help us deal with those. So let's go ahead and go into the burn. We're going to get... we got room for yet another ballista right down here. Once again, same thing. Most armor, most health. We're going to be doing that all the way up through probably wave 13 or so. We won't start getting shielded enemies till wave 15, so we got a little bit of time to build there. And, you know, of course, ideally, we have poison damage by then, too, which would be just huge. Now, remember, when we start getting to the radars, the same philosophies are going to apply to radars. So I'm going to have to take +1 armor on radar before I can get the burn damage unlocked on it. So we will get to that, though. We are not quite there yet. I'm going to want to change the priorities on my little home towers here soon as well. And look at this. We got tier 2 of the burn, or we got more range. Oof. Hard decisions. We're going to go ahead and go with the burn. We got enough for 1 more ballista down here. We're going to put it over here. Most armor, most health, and then just fire it up. And we're getting pretty lucky here. No splits yet. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our 8th tile. So no splits so far, which is a good sign. That is for certain. We got some +3s over here that could use some ballistas right on this turn, especially with the way range is popping up. But we still got to complete the houses. So let's just complete the houses. We'll do the right thing. Get the houses completed. Going most armor, most health still. And making sure that these armored mobs are getting pegged up here. We should start to get the herd really thinned out by the time we're making it to the final turn now. And maybe even no enemies will even make it out. Or to that turn right there. So we're definitely getting a little bit more solid here, that's for sure. Alright, and now we got another terrible choice. Slow or range? Well, I'm going to go with slow, as it is extremely powerful. We got 457 gold. So we can go a little bit more here, and still sticking to that. Most armor, most health. Oh wow, we got 1 more tile out there. I think we can go ahead and get this one filled in too. I think this one here, we're going to put on near death and least health. So it's going to be taken off or plugging into any of these enemies that are coming in that are super low health and maybe even one-shots. You see the armor is getting a little bit thicker here, so we're going to want to get some more out here soon. But just trying to fill in around these houses. I've got 1 more to go on the houses right here. Getting that plus damage to shields right now would be huge, as that's going to give us time to get poison damage, but we'll have to see how RNG treats us there. These guys are getting just walloped here. Now, as soon as I get that range and actually take it, more of these ballistas are going to be firing into this turn, which is going to be just huge. And what do we have? You know, let's go ahead and snag our radar. Probably won't use it a ton yet, as it is super expensive. But never hurts to have it, that's for sure. We can fill in that last spot. Once again here, let's go near death and least health. And we'll continue to expand out. And wow, we're getting so lucky here with not getting any splits right away. Absolutely huge. I think we're ready for a ballista on this turn here too. And you know what? Just for preparation of what's to come, we're going to go most shield and then most armor on that one. We are going to be getting shielded enemies here, not till wave 16, but we are getting, you know, close enough to start preparing. So still getting the benefit of the most armor in there. It's going to plug away at some armored enemies and start whittling down that armor a bit. The burn just chews that armor off. It's so nice. Alright, now I really need to get that plus shield damage soon. I would love to have poison prior to wave 16. That would be absolutely incredible. And what do we have? Well, I mean, this is big, this frequency scanning. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that just to get the range out there. Now I'm going to have the freedom when I do start placing radars to pretty much go wherever I want. So I can really take advantage of those +3s. So let's continue out. Wow, one more with no splits. So nice. We're going to go with another ballista here. Once again, I'm going to just start preparing for what's to come. Most shield, most armor. And we actually could go with one up here too, couldn't we? Let's do the same thing here. Most shield and most armor. Start getting some pot shots in out here. Looking pretty good so far. Having just one biplane out there is not going to be super significant, but it's still going to be nice. So I think I might start saving up to get my first one. Plus the coolness factor. I mean, the more of these biplanes we can get out here, the more fun the run's going to be. If we just spam ballistas the whole time and drop one radar, we can get the achievement that way. But, you know, it's all about enjoying your run and enjoying the experience. So we are going to get some biplanes going, that is for sure. Very nice. And what do we have? Okay. Here we got a choice. You know, do we want burn? Actually, yeah, I think we do. We want burn first before we want bleed on the biplanes. It's nice to take the university early, too, because you start getting those +5 crit chance cards and stuff like that, which is very helpful. But I think we're going to go full metal jacket on this one. See, our houses are covered. Are we in position for a biplane yet? I think we are. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go with a biplane. I want it on a +3 that's kind of out of the way. What's the range like there? Enormous. All right. Let's go most armor, most shield, and most health. Once again, our biplanes we're going to leave focused on tackling big, thick, fat enemies. We're not going to worry too much about spamming them up. You know, we're going to let the ballistas do a lot of the heavy lifting here, and then use the biplane just to get some pot shots in. As you see, these guys are just getting walloped on now. And our shields are getting wrecked. Now, the biplane hits hard. There's no doubt there. It is good stuff for sure. It just shoots really slow. That's my only complaint with it. It takes a lot of unnecessary laps, it feels like. I mean, something with that level of power, I guess you can expect that to be a thing. But it does fly around and kind of do its own thing quite a bit. Very cool, though. Super, super fun to do the biplanes. All right, we got more ballista slow, which is massive, but we got enchanted bolts. Oof. I'm going to take it, just hoping to get poison prior to wave 16. Enchanted bolts over slow. That almost seems criminal. We're going to have a real nice double dip area here, too. Look at this. We got a +3 right in the middle of 2 lanes? What? That is too generous, game. Too generous. Most shield, most armor on that one. In fact, let's go with another one right here. Most shield, most armor there as well. That's just really good double dip area. And maybe we'll save up and get another biplane down here soon. I think we're doing pretty good on ballistas now. I don't imagine anything is going to even make it over to this set. I think everything's going to be dead before then. Let's just save up. We need 1250 to get our second radar down, which, you know, that's a big chunk of change. Yeah, these are just getting pegged off like crazy here at the end. Yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing's going to make it to these. These little guys might? Or no? No, they're not even going to make it. And we've got another really good +3 here that's going to reach over into that full corner. But I do want to get another radar down, so let's save up. and get another radar down. Now look at this. We got that poison damage. God, I keep turning down range. It's so awful. Let's take the poison. And then we'll just expand out, and then let's go with one more biplane. We're going to put this one... Actually, I'm going to sell that one and move it over here. Get rid of it before it gets too many levels. Now, let's see. We want these, let's go most armor, most shield, most health. And then we'll mix it up. On this one, we'll go most shield, most health, most armor. Just hoping that they're going to hit different enemies. We'll have to see. Of course, there's that tooltip that says the order doesn't matter. So we're going to have to see how that goes. They are putting in some work out there right now, though, against these armored enemies. Holy crap, man. They are just getting smacked. Biplanes are super strong, no doubt. That frees up this area here for another ballista, which is just the right thing to do. We're going to go most shield, most armor, and most health on that ballista as well. And then do we have another +3 that can double dip? We do. We got 2. Very nice. Let's go right here, and we are going to put that one on fastest. All right, so what do we got? Well, Ballista's slow all day. Let's get that slow flowing. Expand it on out. Here comes Oogie. And let's see how well Oogie gets handled. He should have the biplanes putting some work into him. I've got him on most health too, right? Yeah. We should get some biplane shots in. I'm tempted to go most health on one here. We're getting shots fired. We're only a couple of hundred away from another biplane, though, which would be really nice. Oogie's going to get smacked as soon as these mobs thin out a little. That's for sure. But I do wish I had something here prioritizing most health. And I'll tell you what we can do to resolve that. We can put this on most health for the moment. And this biplane, as it flies in, it should start putting some big shots into Oogs. Oh, wow. Yeah, these biplanes just burn Oogie. Woo! 2 chests. Very nice. And biplane's putting in work. Let's make sure we're staying with the same philosophy and using our biplanes just to hit the fatties. You know, of course, it's going to put in work on other enemies, too, as we go. But we definitely want it hitting the big, thick mobs out there. All right, what do we have? We don't really need the range. Poison bolts? Oh, yeah. We're at 50% on bleed, burn, and poison right now, which is just glorious. Let's see what we get from the chests. I think the thing to take here is broadhead bolts. And then +1 damage to shields, which will unlock the potential of poison on our biplanes as well, which is quite nice. And then we'll expand out. Now, I want to get some of these +3s covered here. What are we going to do on this one? Let's put this one on most health. And then I kind of do want something out here for shields too. Let's put that one just on most shield. And that should get that poison ticking on these shieldies out here. Will make a big difference. Will make even a bigger difference when my biplanes can start smacking that poison damage down. All of the elements, for that matter. In a perfect world, we'll have all 3 elements unlocked on our biplane as well by the end of this. I can't believe we still haven't had a split yet. That's incredibly good luck. I hear people talking about going, 30 waves without a split. I've never seen anything like that. But boy, that would be just incredible. I mean, that would completely ease all of the attention off of a triple laner. If you went 30 waves without a split, that would be so crazy big. And yeah, we're burning them out. right out here. Okay, it's finally time, I think. Finally time to go out on the ballista range. Let's make these ballistas just crazy, crazy long range. No real exceptional haunted house placements yet. We're sitting on 2,400 now. I feel like the smartest thing to do would be to fill in a little bit more here. I'm going to put that one on fastest as well. Making sure any of these speedsters that start rolling through are getting smacked proper. You know, do we want another radar? I don't want to go too crazy on the radars this early, but let's see. Let's put one somewhere where we don't really need the +3 space. We'll go right there. Of course, the range on them with that +15 is so huge. We're going to go most shield, most armor, and most health. Let them to continue to put the slap on out here to all of the thickness. And then we'll let these ballistas burn off the packs of little guys. I'd love to get it to a point where nothing is making it past this gauntlet right here, but we still got a little work to do for that. And look at this, we got another point of longbow range. I'm tempted to take banditry too, but I'm not going to turn that range down. It's just too good. And still making our way out. 1,900. What do we want to do over here? We got a bunch of +2s still. Not as many +3s, but we do have some +3s. I think let's focus on the center island here a little bit more still. Let's go right there. On that one, we're going to leave it on progress. Let's go right here. We'll leave that one on progress as well. So we will have a couple of ballistas out here that are taking shots at the front of the pack. And then we're going to add in a few more for fastest enemy out here as well. In fact, let's just go ahead and do it. We'll put those two right down there, and let's make those on fastest enemy. And make sure everything is getting just properly smacked down like we expect it to. These biplanes are putting in work out here on these shields. There's no doubt about it. They're going to have some serious melting power once we get the elements on them and then potentially even get some upgrades on them. I don't think I'm going to go university on this one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take Hollow Point. That way we can unlock the potential for bleed on our ballistas, or pardon me, on our biplanes. And wow, still no split yet. We're wave 19. I don't know what the furthest I ever made it was, but without a split, but I feel like I gotta be getting close to it. Let's drop in yet another radar. Most health, most shield, most armor. Ideally, I want the armor and the shields burned off these enemies prior to it making it to this final gauntlet. That would be just completely ideal. You know, of course, we are a whole bunch of ballistas away from that being a reality quite yet. Or a whole bunch of biplanes, I should say, pardon me. You know, like, why they shot at that guy that time, I have no idea. With these heavier armored mobs right here. Nothing these ballistas can't handle, but it would be nice if these were cracked open back here somewhere. $22.50 to get one more radar down. I almost feel like we potentially might want to just get some ballistas going out here on all this +3s. Okay, now there is bleed damage for our biplanes. Let's go with that. Let's get the bleed on. We'll expand it out. What do we want to do? I mean, like I said, part of me wants to get the ballistas going out here, take advantage of some of these +3s that are in ideal corners. Like, I mean, look at that. It's just a huge spot. Now, what do I want these on, though? We'll leave that one on progress. We'll put this one on, most shield. We'll put that one on most armor. We'll put this one on fastest. Just to mix it up a little bit, hoping we're hitting different enemies. The biplanes applying the bleed now is going to be a huge benefit, no doubt. I think I'm ready for one more. I might start splitting the biplanes up. Instead of putting all of them onto all three, going like, my next biplane will be most armor. The one after that will be just most shield. The one after that will be just most health. I think that's going to be the way to go here. These biplanes do put some serious work into the bosses, so we're definitely going to want some that are targeting the bosses, no doubt there. Everything's just getting smacked really hard right here, so we seem pretty decent. Let's see, do we want to increase the health damage straight up, or do we want to increase our bleed? Let's go ahead and take the bleed on this one. Holy crap, wave 21 now, and still no split. That is so glorious. Alright, let's get another radar down. This one, we're going to put on armor. So just going to leave it on most armor and having no other selection. So if there's no armor out there, that one will go after progress. I want these armored and shielded enemies burned out here a little bit further. They're getting some nice work in out here now. Like, you don't see very many shields or armor. Here's a shieldy coming up, but that one could end up getting smacked pretty quick. Yeah, it's thinning them out pretty good. What do we got there? That's a +2. We got lots of +2s over here still. Oh, there's another +3 I missed. Good gosh, what the heck? We'll leave that one on progress. Yeah, we're looking good here. Very, very nice. And what are our choices? Trail of Blood. Everything is going to be bleeding now. Let's go ahead and take that. Let's take the Trail of Blood. Get a little increased damage to these bleeders. And still no split. Oh my gosh. And we got another gauntlet right here we're going to be creating. Lots of graves up there, sadly. Ruining it all. But besides that, we're going to have a nice little gauntlet right here. Let's go with another radar. We'll put it on this +3 down here. Actually, that's a pretty good ballista spot, but we'll go right there with it. This one's going to be most shield. Just trying to mix it up. Like I said, just trying to make it so the biplanes are hitting different enemies. We don't want them all just spraying into the ground where a bunch of enemies just died. So let's keep them hitting different enemies as they're going around. It'll be time for a few more ballistas too, I think. Now, by having this long straight lane, we can peg, just scatter ballistas throughout to apply that slow and in turn kind of split the lane up a little bit. Doing pretty good, really. Alright, we got burn damage or poison damage. I'm going to go poison first, just because the shield always comes first. So let's take mustard gas. And then, wow. Just great, great spots here. We got a double dip spot here now. Let's put that one on most armor. And then this one on most shield, just to mix that up a little bit. And just getting that 10% slow out here is going to help spread this lane out a little bit more. So the longer single file stretch that we have of enemies, the better off we're going to be, really. Wave 23 with no split yet. What's your best record, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, I've heard people talk about going to like wave 30 without a split. And that's just some crazy good luck right there, let me tell you. But this is definitely the furthest I've gone without a split now. Wave 23, just impressive. Anything over about 10 or 12, and it kind of makes, as far as a single lane map, it makes the map pretty much GG for the most part. But going out to this extent is just enormous. We're going to really be able to crack a lot of mobs open out here. Especially now that we're getting a little bit of a double dip, a second double dip lane here. Alright, we got Exsanguinate. Ooh. We got biplane burn damage too, which is the only thing we're missing on biplanes, but God, I want to take that so bad. Let's do the right thing, take the burn damage. That's going to help burn off the armor. But boy, I hope that card pops up again soon, and others like it. So we've now got bleed, burn, and poison on our biplanes as well. Continue to expand out, still getting singles. Oh my gosh, crazy. We got another big double and triple dipper here. Let's do this one most health. Just once again, just trying to mix it all up. These biplanes are just crushing right here at the spawn though, aren't they? Holy crap. So we got a boss lane up next. Excited to see how far the boss makes it with the biplanes in the works here. I got a feeling the boss could burn pretty quick. And in fact, you know, in preparation for that, what do we got there? We got most armor. In preparation for that, let's take advantage of another one of these +3s somewhere, like right here. Let's make this one most health. We should be really smacking this boss hard. We'll have to see. Hopefully the biplanes are all going to target properly and go after. We should have multiples right on the boss right away. Looks like we could use a little bit more love down in this end for these speedsters. We got 2 more +3s right here. Let's leave one on... where do we want to go here? Let's leave one on fastest. We'll leave the other one on progress. Let's see. Well, we can increase the bleed damage. Let's do it. Let's just increase that bleed damage up. And keep on heading out. Here comes Zombie Oogs. Let's check them out. See how... Oh! Well then. Biplanes, yeah, they did it. Holy crap, good job, biplanes. Zombie Oog just got the hurt put on him. Now, of course, we're going to have to wait a while for him to die, but he's got so many dots stacked on him now, too. The damage is just ticking away on him. It's only a matter of time here. And Zombie Oogs is going to just drop to bleeds. So close, and there he goes. 2 chests. Very nice. We will take it. Let's see. We got a +2 there. Let's fill the double dip area first. I don't want to go too many on progress here, but I want to make sure I have enough on progress. So I'm going to leave that one on progress as well. And then look at this. We only ended up getting 1 good tile here. Well, we got some +2s over here. And what do we want this one set on? We got most armor there. We got most shield there. Most health there. So I guess let's go back to most armor. And what do we want to take? Well, everything is bleeding. So getting 5% crit chance seems like a no-brainer. There's Exsanguinate again. But the problem right now is I don't have any crit chance. So, wow, such a tough one. 5% crit or 25% burn damage. Let's just stack the elements. I said we were going to focus heavily on elements on this one. Let's continue to do it. And wow, we are dipping back in here. We are wave 26, y'all. This is unheard of. Like I said, I know other people have had that luck, but I've just never seen it yet. Let's take the university now to start getting that crit bonus. Oh, we got 3 chests here. Speaking of, oh wow, I really want quality over quantity, but we're going to go banditry too. Keep that gold flowing. And biplane bleed. Yes, please. So thank you very much. There's Zombie Oogs. That was awfully kind of you to hook it up. We're at 7,500 now. What do we want to do? Well, I mean, look at all the potential. +3s for days. I mean, what do we even want to do here? Let's mix it up. We'll put this one on fastest, way out here. Because there is some of the speedsters are cracking open here. So we'll have something plugging away on some of those guys. You know what? Let's just fill this gap. We're going to go most armor and most shield, though, on those two. I'm going to want something out here for progress, too, but how we doing back here? Looks like we're getting the job done. I'm tempted to throw one biplane on progress. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Just to have one biplane always shooting down the front of the pack. Let's go on this +3 right here. We're going to leave that one on progress. All right, look at this. Exsanguinate again, but we got longbow range again. I think the single best card here is longbow range. Getting the ballista range up one more is just big. Let's do it. Getting some really good draws here. Sitting at 5,900 now. 6,000 coin. We got the gold flowing. But what do we want to do? Do we want to start jacking this area up and make this area our last resort? It almost feels that way, the way I'm getting the extreme luck here with this straight lane. You know what? Let's go one on the corner for speedsters. Let's get two more out here on +2s. One of them is going to go on armor. One is going to go on shields. See if we can't get to the point where we're really smacking everything right here. And we'll just save this for like last resort zone. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. You don't get many chances for such a ridiculously long straight lane like this one. I am so stoked to see if it'll go over 30, though. I mean, I think I've only had it once over wave 20, and now we're getting up there. I've heard the stories, but I've just never seen it. Is that a +3? It is. I can't not take it. We're going to go fastest here, too. Actually, you know what? We're going to mix this one. We're going to go fastest or most shield. Okay, we got our 5% crit. We got to take it. That was the whole reason we took universities. There's Eviscerate yet again. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, and we're still going straight. I think that's a great spot for a radar, though. Let's get that bonus damage on the radar. We'll put this one on most shields. Get something else out here just really, really smacking those shields down. Their radar range is really so huge. Like, this one is going to hit everything except the final last little curve. Which, if I've got enemies making it to here, I'm probably in trouble anyway. We've got some biplanes circling now. Oh, yes. Let's ballista up this area a little more. There's a +2, and there's a +2. Let's leave both of those on progress and start slowing the front of the pack down right out here in this area. And it's nice that these are hitting this curve too, so we've got complete coverage all the way around. This is quite the spot. The way it weaves in and out right here, it just gives us a lot of really great coverage. Oh, well, we did it. We burned them before they changed or made it through that last gap. Well, let's go with our everything is bleeding now, right? So let's get that 5% crit chance for bleeding enemies. So now everything should have a 10% chance to crit, right? It's 5% by default, and then we get another 5% versus the bleeders. And we got our first split at wave 29. So awesome, so awesome. Let's drop another one, another biplane out here. We're going to leave that one on progress as well. So now we got 2 biplanes shooting at the front of the pack. The rest of them are all going for armor, shields, or health. And let's see, what other areas do we have here? +1s. We still got a +2 right here. Let's go ahead and take it. Let's put it on fastest. We're not quite burning the whole enchilada down right here, but we are putting a pretty big hurt on them. So having this huge gauntlet back here for them to run through too is just like extra gravy on top. It looks like they're going to make it through this time. Maybe not. I don't think anything's actually going to make it all the way down here. What to say? It's nice when those speedsters crack open right as the biplane is just starting to make its run. Alright, well now we've got Exsanguinate. I think that's the single best card there. Now my crit chance right now is only 10%. So I'm not going to see that proc in a whole lot. But I can't not take it, as it is just a really, really good card. And which way do we want to go? Let's keep expanding this way. See if we can get a little bit of double dip in this area and turn that into like a boss type lane. Looking real good though, that's for sure. And about time for another biplane. Let's find us a nice unused +3. How about right here? And, you know, let's put this one on armor. We got another +3 right next to it. Holy crap, yeah we do. Let's put that one on shields. We got a lot of damage going out here now, y'all. Even not having these upgraded, they're constantly doing damage, so they're constantly leveling up on their own. Just really, really good stuff. The biplanes are quite powerful. Their one weaknesses is their light pattern and their slow flyer rate. You know, they just don't shoot very often, and they fly around a lot. So that's about the downside, but you see just the amount of devastation they're just packing on here. Just really, really shredding them. Look at that. Cracked open way back there. Yeah, we are looking really nice now. I think we can continue to jack this area up, but let's see what we got. We got Haunted House, but we actually have a few good Haunted House spawns. We don't have any mana regen yet, though. Let's see. Let's increase our max bleed, burn, and poison. Since we're so focused on dots, let's increase that dot damage out. Ooh, it didn't go in. I was worried it was going to come in and cap itself off here, and it did not. So, oh yeah, that's glorious. Alright, what else can we do down here? We got a +2 right here. Let's put this one on fastest. I'm really going to focus these fastest enemies quite a bit down here. That barely hits over into that lane. I am going to leave it on progress, though, since it's got such a slow, or a small area that it hits over there. Here's another +2. We'll put this on fastest as well. We should have quite a few Ballistas firing into these speedsters now. Now, remember, that's not just to try to kill them. That's applying that slow and getting them to put the brakes on a little bit. That's why I'm prioritizing fastest so much here now. 4,500. We've got enough, but I want to save a little bit of coin up for when we are able to take that quality over quantity. We get that down, and I'm going to want to invest into a few of these towers out here. I don't even think I'm going to bother upgrading any of the biplanes. They just hit really hard by themselves. But, I mean, we'll see. All right, and look at this. We got part 2 to exsanguinate. We're going to have to work on crit chance here because that's just a big gift right there to get. Let's see. Where's it going to turn? Let's go with another radar. I'm going to put radars on all of these plus spots out here. Where did I put the last one at? I think I put it at shields. So let's put this one at most health. And see if we can't get some nice pot shots in. We actually picked up a little double dip area here too. So, I mean, I feel like it would be silly not to throw some ballistas down. Is that going to hit all the way over? Let me see. Just barely. I'm going to leave that one on progress there. We're going to put this one on armor. And, I mean, we got these +2s as well, because that's really nice double coverage there. Let's see. You know what? Let's leave all of those on progress right there on this corner, just because they are going to be smacking into anything that makes it to this point, too. So just getting a little bit of a slow going on whatever is running around out in front over here. And get to work, biplanes. You got to get the smackdown going here. I think I might put my next biplane on leaving it on progress as well. That's going to put 3 biplanes hitting the front of the pack. And I think that's pretty good, really. There's going to be something almost constantly firing into it. We have a +3. Well, I'm not quite ready yet with the cash anyway. I definitely like the way the map is building out now. I am curious, though, how far has everyone made it without getting a split? What's the furthest anyone has seen so far? I'm very, very curious about that. See, all biplanes deal 2 bonus to shields. Let's just increase the burn damage. And let's go out one more here. And do we have any... We got a +3 here that I'm not really going to use. Let's drop it right there. Leave it on progress. And we see once again, it's hitting almost all the way to the tower. I don't think I'm going to upgrade the biplane range anymore. I feel like any more range upgrades would just be complete overkill. There is one more range upgrade there, though. Just making the biplanes just silly. Feels like we need a little bit of ballista action around in this area. Like, let's get one there on armor. Let's get one here on shields. Just to get a little bit more slow action going out here. These are +2s. That's a good +2, though. It hits over into this corner. I'm going to leave that one on progress since it's hitting over here. Let's see how we're going to hold up here against the speedsters now. The speedsters are coming out in force now. Of course, we got a ways to go. We're still 12 waves away. But the speedsters are starting to show their faces, no doubt there. I feel like we need a little bit more power out here. Getting quality over quantity will help that, because then I'm going to sink gold from several waves into straight upgrades. But I do want to make sure I get that before I bother sinking the gold in. Let's see. Well, let's increase that poison damage. And let's go one more out here. Oh, we got another split out there. Boo. Boo to the other split. Man, what a shame to see a grave on a +3. This one's pretty good. We're going to put that one on fastest as well. I do want to save some cash, though. Want to get at least one armor ballista, one shield ballista, one health ballista, and one progress ballista. Really, really upgraded over here. Now, these two are on +3s, so, I mean, these two are my candidates for most armor and most shield, no doubt, being +3 sitting there. Maybe we'll do progress, or we'll do health on that one, and then we'll do progress on something else. See if we can't get those big crits racking off there. Actually, you know, that one was on progress. Or no, that one's on most shield. This one is on progress. I could do that one as my progress one. Go, biplanes, get the job done. They are doing it. Even though we're sitting on 8K, I'm still going to save it. Quality over quantity will be the choice the second it pops, really no matter what else is there. It is time, and we've got it. Let's do it. Quality over quantity. I would love to take that slow cooker, but I'm not gonna. And now we're going to dump our cash money. In fact, we can just get this flowing. Let's extend that one out there. You know what? I do want to get a radar out here, but that's awfully expensive at this point. We got Robo Oogs rolling in. I'm going to leave that one. What's the range on it? It only covers half the field. That one I feel like really needs to be put on something else. We'll put that one most armor, most shield, and most health. Just making sure it's hitting anything thick out there. And then, poor Robo Oogs is having a really, really rough time here. And now, let's focus on these. Okay, this one's most armor. Let's get it cranked up. Get that crit chance up. In fact, let's keep going. Let's dump a lot into it. Ooh, we get it so close to the ×3, but not quite yet. So close, yet so far away. And there we go. We got the ×3 opened up, but only a 1% chance here. So not the best. But, you know, we got it there anyway. We'll do most shields next. We'll save up gold here for a couple of waves. Get a few heavy hitters out here, you know? And then, of course, Exsanguinate is not going to proc unless something crits. So we got the 10% chance on all this other stuff. Actually, we're up higher now. Oh, because they're leveling up on their own. That's right. So we're getting the crit chance out. I think it's a no-brainer here. Mustard gas on this one. Yeah, mustard gas it is. That's just the best thing there, no doubt. Ooh, look at the spawns here are just incredible. Okay, and then we want our most shield. Let's sink a couple thousand into it as well. The crit chance won't be near as high. But 32% is a pretty decent start, right? So we should be getting some big bleed procs out here now. Going to keep dumping into shields on this one. Like we got plenty going on the speedsters now, and the mobs in front. Watch these. You know, maybe something on this corner. There's a +3 there. We'll leave that one on progress. Looking pretty good, though. Looking pretty darn solid here. I don't like these shielded mobs coming this far in. Because these guys are going to pop. Or maybe not. No, those guys aren't popping. Okay, nice. That's not near as much of a bother then. We got some We got one unused platform out there. Now we've got our chests here that have been sitting here since last wave. Maybe we'll go ahead and open those now. Crazy, huh? Banditry 3 all day. Give us that gold, gold, gold. What did we get? I never took the mana bank yet, so I can't go mana bolts yet. Let's see. Everything is bleeding, so let's just take Trail of Blood there. We got +2 damage to shields on enchanted bolts, and we got one more chest. What do we got here? Oh man, I guess we'll just take the range. Now this means everything is going to cover the entire map now. Even that guy way out there is still going to hit the tower way over here. But yeah, that's a little overkill, but you know, whatever. All right, let's sink this 4,000 into this most shields. And just continue to have something, just a real powerhouse here. We'll get it up into the ×3 area as well. Gonna need a little bit more cash money, though, to get it cracked open all the way. We're just about there. Let's get that 1%. And there we go. So we got a heavy hitter on armor, a heavy hitter on shields. I said I was going to do this one, or no, it was this one for health. Let's go ahead and start slapping a few upgrades on that one. Looking pretty good. And it is about time. 5,000 gold for another radar. That's pretty pricey. That's pretty pricey. Do I want to sink some cash into the radars I have now to make them even just more ridiculous? I mean, that's a great idea as well. Let's get a few more doses of love into this one. We'll get this one into that ×3 range as well, and then maybe dump a little bit of that cash into these radars here. Got a ways to go on that. It's going to take a wave. So crazy. We got the most ridiculous boss lane ever. So wonderful. Look at this creeping cough. Free money. It's like just giving me the key to the city. Because we got poison going on everything. It's so good. So now we got Ballista Slow stacking with creeping cough. That's going to really put the brakes on these mobs. Love it, love it, love it. Not having any AoE makes it a bit of a challenge, but it's not too bad, really. It's not too bad. Well, they are melting here, that's for sure. That guy's got a thick shield there. I wonder why it hasn't gotten pegged. We got another one here. See, that one's... These started taking damage right away, though. I like it. I like it. Nothing is rounding the final corner here. We got another great ballista spot here. Put that one, once again, on fastest. Such a crazy, crazy boss lane. Alright, we got another 4K to dump. Get this bad boy into the 50% territory, or into the ×3 territory, looking snazzy. And then now let's sink a few upgrades into some of these radars. Now, which ones do we want to go? See, these are already partially leveled. That one's shield, armor, and health. Let's just throw some even upgrades in until we get a little bit of crit chance going on those. What do we have here? Well, we finally got the mana bank. I mean, I kind of feel like I should take it and then go with mana bolts, because that's just a +3 damage modifier there. Decisions. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to do this run with no mana. I think that'll be quite fun. So let's try it with no mana at all. So let's go, actually, let's take Trail of Blood 3 since everything's bleeding. And we should start capping these off soon. Maybe one more. 1, 2, 3. Or actually, we went so far without splits. We actually don't have very many lanes out here that are open. Alright, let's get back into this guy. Is this the one? Let's go on this one. Just going to kind of spread them out even here. We're up to 25% crit chance there now. The deal there is when it crits, it's going to hit so hard. Because, I mean, look at the base damage anyway. And this is only level 20. 1,000 against shields. 984 against health. Well, if it crits, that's 2k. And that's per pellet, I believe. I'm not sure exactly how that works. We're going to have to actually really inspect the damage here. Because you do see them hitting multiple enemies at once. It's hard to say. Would have to really look back on the video here. We're sitting at 3,800. Let's keep going. Just slowly but surely turn this one into an absolute badass here. Now, could you imagine getting Expunge? And I've never gotten it on a run. I wonder if Expunge and Exsanguinate can both pop in the same run. Here's another question for everybody. If you've seen both of those, like if you've had both of those applied on the same run, I've never seen that yet. Look at this. Speedster's getting cracked way out here. That's the end of the pack, though. That's probably why. Alright, we're looking good. Alright, we can increase the poison damage. We can straight up go +3 damage to shields. I mean, let's increase the poison damage, even though that Enchanted Bolts is quite nice. We still got this spot, too. What is that one? That's a +5. I gotta put a radar there, right? Hard to pass that up. +5 is quite nice. And let's see, I think we go another one that's on most shields when we do get the 5k. We'll just go straight most shields on this one. Man, they do just shred. If there was a way to spec those so that they like dropped an AoE type bomb or something like that, like maybe added a bomb onto their little run, that would be incredible, right? I mean, we're getting a few out there. We got some planes flying around. It's not as many as I'd like to see just for the fun factor alone, but we got some planes out there. It looks like we got a little push going here too. Wave 40 is always a bit of a oh shit moment, so to speak. You get some real pushes on Wave 40, there's no doubt. Well, it looks like things are going to pretty easily push into this gauntlet here. So maybe we will continue to jack that up a little bit more, or is the answer just put more out here? I do think the answer could be both. So maybe we'll get some ballistas flowing out here. In fact, let's go, let's fill in some of these +2s. We got +2s here. Does that reach all the way over? Oh, just barely. I'm going to leave those on progress. This one's not going to reach over there, but it will hit this lane. So, yeah, they are making the push and making the lap. This is the Wave 40 woes. Sometimes you'll have a run that's just going so flawlessly, and then Wave 40 gets here, and it's like, oh, hell, what just happened? And, we got a little of that going right here. We got so many speedsters coming in. We still got quite a few ballistas out here. I never changed the targeting on these. I probably should have done that. Especially seeing how these are all pushing in so readily right now. I think we're going to survive here, but boy, that went sour quick. So I need to do something to the setup here. Now, is the answer get more crowd control in by throwing down more ballistas? Or is the answer more upgrades and give these ballistas that are there more power? It feels like they might be getting overrun. Like maybe there's too many mobs for the few ballistas. Because remember, ballistas are single target. That's never going to change. Looks like we got them there, but boy, we still got some speedsters making the push. Little sketch on wave 40 here, that's for sure. Gosh, it makes me wonder if that was a mistake not going mana bank or going research. I think I'm going to have to just really focus on some upgrades here. Let's get Hollow Point down. Plus 2 damage to health. We've only got 2,300. So I can place 2 more ballistas out here, or I can dump that 2,300 into a few upgrades. Decisions. Is that going to reach over here? Just barely. Let's put that one on fastest. We got just another good plus 3 here. Put it on fastest. And then we, of course, got our little... I want this to be the last resort. It didn't exactly work out that way. We don't have enough cash yet. We're going to have to pop one more. This should cap it off. Yeah, there we go. And let's go with that plus 2. And we're going to put that one on fastest as well. And let's see... that leaves me a little cash to sink into something, but what do I want to sink into? Let's go into a different one of these. This one was a plus 3 as well. This one's focusing armor, so I feel like I should go into armor on it a little bit. Now remember, every upgrade is increasing everything anyway. But if you've got it specifically just as an armor burner, you know, might as well take advantage of that. I do feel like we need a little more ballista action through this center area here. Do we have any more plus 2s to take advantage of? Well, we got some over on this edge, but I'd really like to get the double dip in here. Does not look like there's anything else there. Let's go right here just because its coverage is so good. And let's go most armor on that one. We do have a lot of armored enemies in here. Now going with most shield is helpful, but the speedsters here, they don't have very much shield. So although it's really helpful to have those most shields out there, the problem for the most part is the speedsters are pushing through. I'm wondering too if another radar on progress would be helpful. You know, I don't want to overkill it. Let's get a little bit more on these plus 1s. We're just going to leave all of those on progress. I don't want anything pushing down into here again, basically. So let's try to just keep it as healthy as we can in front of that area. We got plus 2s over there, but they don't get the double dip. I think a plus 1 that can hit twice is going to beat out a plus 2 all day. Let's get both of those. Once again, fastest. Just getting that CC out there on these speedsters is going to make a big difference for us. Right, we're getting down to the wire. What do we want? I just feel like Broadhead Bolts 3 is going to be the best bet. Plus 3 to health. It's going to really help on those last resorts. We got it on the biplane as well, but I think I want to focus on the ballistas a little bit more through the remainder of this. Let's see. Let's come out right here. We get another. That one's a +5. I think we'll save those for radars. Get another one going on shields and another one going on armor, and I think that will fill out the radar needs for the match. Not much time left, so only a few more waves. Getting so sketch right here. It's just a lot of enemies built up right there. Alright, let's get that down. We'll put that one on most armor. We'll do one more on most shields, and then we're going to leave that alone. And dump everything else for the remaining waves into ballistas. Either upgrading them or placing more. Like I said, just with the numbers, the sheer number of enemies is my main concern right now. Are we able to... I mean, if we could slow these enemies up with the ballista, then those 3 or 4 biplanes that are on progress will just continually melt the front of the pack. But you got to have them all running in slow motion to get that benefit, no doubt. Almost feel like we could go more right here, too. That's a good little choke right there. What are these set on? Progress and fastest. Let's go 2 more and do the same thing. We'll leave 1 on progress and we'll go 1 fastest. Get a little bit more going off up front here. Getting a little bit sketch. Part of me wants to just take the gold and just randomly spam upgrades around, or just get one, like, super tower all jacked up. Those towers that we already started working on to get to the ×3, well, maybe we'll earn enough gold in a few ways to get those to the ×4. I mean, that would be enormous, right? But the problem is they're slow-firing single-target towers, so although they'll hit like a truck, they're going to hit like a truck really, really slowly. We're holding fairly decent right here. Here comes a nice little push. They actually got melted off pretty good. We got a few speedsters rolling out. Little bit more upfront damage would remedy all of that. But once again, how do we want to do it? Do we want to do it through upgrades? I mean, look how hard we're hitting these shields out here now. Oh, look at this. Yes. Please. I would love 10% crit chance. That just makes the entire map so much stronger, having an additional 10% crit on those. So huge. Very nice. Like it, like it, like it. Alright, let's see how we do now. Just getting that extra 10% crit could have been substantial enough to really be a game changer here. Let's get a few more. Get that shield damage just melting. Basically, I want anything this ballista hits to just drop its shield. That would be more than ideal, right? I don't think we're going to have enough time to get both of those into the ×4 mark, but probably be able to get one of them. We're actually doing a little bit better here. I think that 10% crit may have gone a long way. Remember, we got the Exsanguinate, so that's just free bonus damage anytime it crits. Not counting just the power of the crit itself, which can be quite substantial now that we're getting into the late waves and these towers got some levels on them. Looking really good here, though. I mean, this is what I wanted. I wanted enemies to be burning here and have this as a last resort. And we're really close to that. Not fully there, but really, really close to it. Wow, we got 39% of a ×3 now. In fact, I think that's enough. Because we don't have enough time. Or we're not going to have enough coin generation using no haunted houses. Well, things definitely push to the last resort. And it's a bit of a nail-biter here. I mean, one real big push right here would completely ruin my day. Looking pretty solid, though. We got the roadblock right here. I'm liking what I'm seeing. There's no doubt. This is the armor one. Let's sink a little bit more cash into it. Definitely evaporating the shields over here now. I mean, one at a time, of course, so there's still lots of shieldies making it through. But the shielded mob that it hits, its shield just disappears. And in some cases, so does the health. Like, the shield gets burned and the health gets burned all in the one whack. Alright, looking good. What do we have? +2 damage to shields on Tracers 2. Or Vile Consumption. I feel like Vile Consumption would be better because it's going to apply to the Ballistas. And the Biplanes. And not just the Biplanes. That's a tough call right there. I'm going to go ahead and go Vile Consumption. And we've only got 700 we're sitting on here. And we're not going to earn that much more. Let's get a few more upgrades off here. We're into the 22% chance of a ×3, which is pretty darn good. Just see how this holds out. 5,500, that's awfully expensive for one more biplane, but we do have a couple of nice pedestals where it would work out. Down to the wire, no doubt. This is, without question, the moment of truth here. Speedster's cracking over here. We're going to have some more crack further in. Part of me does want one more biplane on progress, though. I'm not going to lie. It would be nice if they were coming in a little more frequently at the front of the pack. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to pop it right there. Oh, I'm going to completely miss where I wanted to put it. Let's pop it right there. Let's leave it on progress. And in fact, let's give it a few cheap upgrades. Just spam them out there a little bit. Just to get it caught up with some of the other ones on the map. We're pushing into the last resort. It's pretty thick there, too. It's doing well, though. It's not too shabby. I mean, all we've got left is the boss, right? If we can get through this wave, man, it would be nice to get a really good choice. If we got a really good card choice, too, I think it's GG's with what we got right here, but we'll have to see. Wave 45 is the real deal. There's no doubt. The boss is going to be smacked. The boss isn't going to make it past this area, and I'm pretty confident of that. But it's the packs, you know? Are the packs going to just overrun and devastate? It's possible. I think we got a pretty good mix now of shield and armor burners versus progress. And what did we get? Let's just go ahead and take Slow Cooker, just for fun. Burning enemies burn faster based on how much slow they have. We got stacks and stacks of slow going out there. So let's go with Slow Cooker and get that that fire dot ticking a little faster. Now we got 4,700 to spend. Where do we want to spend it? That is the question. We could push up just a few random upgrades on this last resort area, maybe? I think I might get pretty good value out of that. Just a few rando upgrades here, like one on each thing. That gets my crit chance up a little bit higher as well. What else, though? Let's go into that. All right, here goes. Wave 45, Big Brain Oogie on the stomp. Let's see how fast he gets handled. He's going to get tore up. Holy crap, Big Brain Oogie, you are just in deep trouble. Wow, that shield burned so fast. It's like his armor. I'm just going to ignore him. He's going to be dead before he makes it anywhere near this loop, I have a feeling. I mean, his armor's gone now, too. His health is so intimidating the first time you see him after he got buffed. Let's check out the push here. So far, so good, but there is a lot of enemies here. There's a lot of enemies that are going to pop and create speedsters as well. Like a whole ton of them. This is going to be ugly. I'm starting to think I should do some last minute ballista spam. Just to get more slows out there. Let's see though, let's see. If I lose, it won't be the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. So let me not sweat it. Let's just throw some upgrades in on a few of these rando ones here. Just to get some little bit heavier hitting. Oh, there is a push coming. Wow, there is a push coming. Let's just spam all of our cash in right here. It is getting a little bit ugly up here at the turn. I don't even know where Big Brain Iggy went. I think he's dead. I don't see him. It's just, it really is all about the pack. There is a lot of enemies rolling through still. Oh, they are pushing hard, hard, hard. We're going to have to get a few more things spammed down with our last bit of change here. Just to get these slows spread out a little bit more here. Come on, Biplanes, get in there and burn down this pack. Wow, that's a lot of enemies pushing right at the end. Holy crap. Let's see what you got, Biplanes. Let's see what you got. Now, we still got a long way from spawn, but that's a lot of enemies right there. That's for sure. Come on, get those slows going. Wow, it's a little sketch. It's a little sketch at the end. I mean, if we can get through this pack right here, it's GG's. Looks like we got him. So, I mean, I guess that wasn't terrible, but that is awfully uncomfortably close to spawn. But yeah, there we go. That is Arrows in Aeroplanes is the Steam achievement on that one. So, with no mana. Got a pretty sweet straight lane, though. That's for darn sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. That will do it for now. I will see ya.